Welcome to the Nurture to Convert show. Dana Malsef here. Super pumped because I love content when it is strategic. You will find that out about me. What we are going to talk about today is email marketing. That is such a jargony term, but we're going to break it down because I want to show you some of the things that you're probably doing or not doing in your email list, or maybe even scared to be in your email list, that could be hurting your ability to get that know, like, and love factor that's really authentic and wonderful, that gets people replying back to you, and real, actual, organic connection with people that leads them to become loyal followers, to trust you, and to buy from you. So I'm going to show you some of the things that you need to stop doing and some of the things that you need to start doing. And we're going to hop in now. All right, so to start off, I'm going to just blow your mind because basically what everybody's been telling you about what you should be doing with the people on your email list, I just don't agree with. I don't think it's right. If you've ever felt like, I don't know what to write people, or I don't even want to build an email list because it's just salesy or icky, or I don't want to bother people, then that's because you have in your brain what normal email marketing, yes, I'm air quoting, email marketing, feels like. That's not what we're going to do here, right? So I'm going to walk you through a couple of the things that you want to change, because really when we're thinking about email marketing, it's more like grassroots connections. Our emails are this beautiful, amazing way to connect with our audience, to break the ice, and to start forming a real relationship. So don't think of your emails as just these mass emails going out to everybody. Think of them as a little automated opportunity that allows you to connect with somebody. And some of those people are going to resonate with different things that we put out. I'm going to show you exactly what those look like. And when it comes into their inbox, it is exactly what they needed, and they reply back to you. And you'd be amazed at the emails that I get back from people that say, this is exactly what I need to hear today. This changed the way I think about something. I don't know what I'd do without you, right? And what mom doesn't want to hear that, right? We don't get it enough from our kids, or probably anybody else in our families or our friends that all love us, but logistically we're just running around trying to get things done. To wake up in the morning and have somebody tell you that you are meaningful and valuable in this world, like that's what serves us, right? We need that inspiration loop of people telling us that. And in order to get that, you have to have a certain kind of system, all right? So let's hop into number one. Number one, don't send newsletters. The age of newsletters, actually, it's been years, and I've done podcast episode about, the death of the newsletter. Newsletters are just you basically saying, I don't want to really keep up with you, but I've got a lot of new things going on. So I'm just going to shove everything together and tell you all the things, and I'm going to send you out a weekly newsletter. It is impersonal. It is non-specific. And if you think that you need to do that in order to grow your, YouTube channel or your podcast or your blog or whatever it is, that's actually not the way to do it. And I'm going to tell you, this is a whole part of a playlist. So I'm going to keep this video as short as I can, but I'm going to go into in other videos each of these emails that I'm going to talk about that you do need, okay? The newsletter is the old way of doing things. It not only doesn't really work, except for on rare occasions when something is happening and so many things are happening that you want to send out a broadcast out to everybody. That may be different, but a weekly newsletter is no longer necessary. Now, what this frees you up to do is it frees you to not write a just-in-time, exactly happening this week, ongoing, every single week for the rest of your life email out to your list, because that sounds daunting, right? You want to not have to worry about your list and just engage with people as they reply back to your emails, because that is where the magic actually happens. Okay, so number one, just get rid of the newsletter. And you're going, Dana, how do I do that? What do I replace it with? I've got you covered there. Okay, so number two, somebody's just gotten onto your email list because you have given them something, right? Either telling them you're going to give them access to your community, you have told them you're going to give them a free PDF or a free resource or training or something along those lines. They've said yes to that particular thing, and they are now on your email list. Now that they're there, your goal is to build trust, is to build a relationship. A relationship is relating, right? So we can't just push our content in terms of training and sales, which is what people mostly do. They say, I've got these things, you want them, and I'm going to give them to you. You can't just do that, because that is like going in and assuming you're best friends before you know anybody, right? Before they know you. And therefore, you haven't filled any of the gaps that they need filled for you to find those connections. Relating, you need to relate to each other, okay? So what I want you to recognize is that you have to do a couple things. You have to do really 6 main things, which become what we call our permission sandwiches. We'll have videos on each of the emails in this playlist. But the great part about it is that each of those emails serves a purpose, and the 6 emails just repeat in a cycle. So nobody's receiving the email feels like they know what the cycle is, because it feels so natural to them. It is a natural progressing of a relationship. It's really awesome. So the number one thing in that list is a permission. Now, it's not a permission to be different or to try something new. It is permission to be who they already are. Permission is this beautiful, amazing, amazing thing. All right, if you want to go check out my video that I did in collaboration with Social Media Examiner, you can go here. And it's a really great succinct flow of the 6 different emails, right? And a little bit about them. But the permission email is so much about telling them they're in the right place. Seth Godin always said, people like us do things like this. And that's a really, really valuable thing to remember, okay? Because us boss moms, we're a mess half the time, and that's totally fine. You can still be successful and be a hot mess. I'm not going to try to make you not a hot mess, which isn't possible, right? For people that love Harry Potter, for people that, are big bowlers or golfers or runners or any of those things, for the people that, binge on certain shows, for the people that love a certain kind of book series or something along those lines, even the people that are just serious jokesters, we all have things about us that we can't change. What we want to do is we want to identify, giving them permission to not change in those areas, because we want to help them understand they belong, that they're not going to be judged for the things that they're probably judged for or feel judged for in a lot of areas of their life. That is going to help bring in some trust, some connection, some belonging, okay? Because we need belonging in order for this whole process to work. Number 2, we want to look at clout. Right? Now, clout is just another word for authority. And what it means is that they trust that you actually know what you're talking about. And not because you're training them and not because you said you know what you're talking about, right? But because outside factors said that. So if you have an authority platform where you've got a podcast or a YouTube channel or a blog, that's one of the first things you'll show them, because that is an authority platform in itself. Not everybody starts one of those and can run one, right? However, what you want to also do is get featured in places. Do you have collaborations? Get quoted, because then you can come and say, this person said I was pretty cool, right? You can also have testimonials. You can have case studies, things that show that other people besides you think you know what you're talking about. Right? Then number 3 is the actual training. Most people just flood their emails to their audience with training, right? People can only take in so much information. So with training, you have to do something simple, right? And the simple thing is either give a hack or fill a gap. Give a hack means you're going to give them something simple and clean that they could do today or tomorrow to get a result. And fill a gap means you're going to change the way they think about something in your industry, something the way they should lead their life, something the way they've thought about a tactic or a strategy. You're going to shift their mindset and their thinking about a particular topic, right? That helps show that you can actually get them into action mode or change the way they see the world. Super powerful, right? Number 4 is recommend. We want to actually recommend things outside of ourselves and show people that we aren't just all about us. Buy me, right? I'm just going to send you every week and tell you about all my stuff. No, we want to tell them about other things in the world. In addition, when they like that book or that person or that thing that you're recommending, then they're going to come back and they're going to recognize that you're the one that helped them find it. Right? And that's a beautiful connection. That also builds trust. The next thing we're doing is we're going to actually ask. There are very specific times after we've gone through this whole process that you are going to actually ask them to get on a call with you, buy a particular product, right? Ask them to actually take the next step with you. Then we want a feedback loop. And the feedback loop shows that you actually care about who they are and what their opinions are and what they want. That feedback loop comes after the ask. And then we go permission, again, permission, clout, training, recommend, ask, feedback loop over and over again, right? Now, if you do that flow, then you naturally create a connection. You naturally create a relationship, and it's really beautiful. So no more newsletters, right? You've got to create that trust, and you do that through the 6 flow. And by doing that, you create a journey. So what you do is evergreen. The third thing that has to happen is you have to stop doing everything in real time, because moms can't do that anyway. And you can't be marketing out to get people in your list if you're constantly creating new things for your list, right? I'm going to repeat that because that's super important. You can't go out and spend your time marketing to get people in your list if you're constantly creating things for your list. So we've got to take you out of real-time email creation and create a system, an evergreen system. We call it our 90-day email nurture system. That you can go in and you can create this set. It's just 2 cycles of permission sandwiches and then a flash sale at each of those. That creates a journey, right? What that does is it creates a journey over a period of time. So every single person that comes into your email list goes through the same journey, right? Now you can start measuring the things that are happening, because you cannot scale what you can't measure, right? And that's really, really important. So if we get rid of the newsletters and we start building trust with your permission sandwiches, and we create a 90-day email nurture evergreen system, right? It frees up your time, whether that is to market more or to hang out and watch Frozen for the 18th time with your kids. And it's this beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, if this sounds good to you, then I want you to really just set and marinate. Just marinate until your fingers get all pruny in this idea and buy into it, because it is going to change your life if you really live by this cycle. Now, in this playlist, make sure that you are subscribed to the Nurture to Convert show channel, because we are building up the playlist, and depending on when you watch this, we'll have more and more content on exactly the structure of this email nurture system and what that looks like. You can also go check out our Nurture to Convert Society. So not only should you subscribe, but we also have a awesome free resource, and it is your 90-day email nurture free guide, and it walks you through these steps of what the permission cycles are, helps you brainstorm them out so you can start putting them into practice and really free yourself from the fear of growing your email list, and from the confusion of how you actually nurture people once they're in your list. And you can do it in a really authentic way. And you can just go to boss-mom.com/90 free. And we will have the link in the descriptions as well. Now, make sure you subscribe, hit the little button so that you get all the notifications when we have our videos come out, and make sure you share, because we love to grow and really help as many moms as we possibly can start amazing businesses that actually give to their family, provide for them, show their kids that doing what we love can be financially viable, without taking away from our family time. All right, that's it for me. I cannot wait to see what your big, beautiful brain creates, and I will see you next time.